Hello YouTube! Today I'll be showing you the saddest book I ever read. And I recommend you to get this. I've read this every year. I actually read this book since I was in 3rd grade. And I've read it. It's a short book about this big. It looks like so long, but it really isn't. The words are pretty big. It's easy to read. The book is called The Marvelous Adventures of Edward Tulane. It's like about a rabbit made out of China, and a girl loved it so much she got it on her 7th birthday. She lost it. This is spoiler alert. If you wanna, I just told you the name of the book, and if you wanna read it, then get off this video and go find it. Okay? It's like so freaking sad. Well, you wanna okay, this girl, of course she loved it. She had it since her 7th birthday. They went on a boat trip, and these two boys bullied her on the ship and took Edward the rabbit's the rabbit, and they threw by accident they threw it off the ship and went underwater. And then after like years and years, what's it called? This fisherman finds it. Okay, and then he gives it to his wife. They have it, and then their daughter, she's like in college. She comes back to visit, and she hated that doll because they treated it like a baby. So she took it, she threw it in the dump, and then after like a couple 1 year, this hobo found it and his dog, and they had it for 7 years or 8. And then when what's it called when he's like after that, like it's not short, it's like pretty long story, but I'm just doing a summary. And then what's it called, the guy who was next to him, he took the doll away from him, threw it into the cornfield, because it's like he couldn't sleep on a trailer, and the guy got mad and just like flung it all off and stuff. And then this woman finds it, this old woman, and she's like really old. She hangs it on a cross like a scarecrow. And then her son finds it, and he took it off it and gave it to his sister, who was really sick, and she had nothing to play with. That's why he stole it from his mother. Um, and because she had nothing to play with, because her father was actually really mean. He said, "Oh, she doesn't need anything to play with because she's gonna die in a couple of days," which was very mean. And then he's like, "You don't know that. That ain't true." Yeah. And after this, I'm gonna tell you a little story about a different thing. And then after a couple of days, he entertained her with it. But this doll was alive. But it couldn't move or anything. It can only think. And it was thinking like, I feel bad for this girl. I'm happy to be with her. I want to protect her and everything. So then she coughs, and like she's sick, she coughs, and then she dies. What's it called? Because she was coughing bad, and then after like a year, like not a year, half a year, she was coughing out blood, and then she died. So her brother took her, took her, and what's it called? Took the rabbit and left with it. The dad took the daughter and just buried it. And what's it called? And then the boy and Edward, the boy's name was Bryce, and he left with it. They were like dancing on the streets. Like, I know that sounds wrong like that, but like they did like a puppet show. Like he makes a dance and he plays with his harmonica, and then he's like, I think we have enough money to buy some food. So they go to this person's um restaurant. They eat. They don't have enough money. So the guy who owns it was really mad, and he took the doll away from it and swung it, and the head broke. The kid was like screaming, like no, like So after that, um, he just left with the doll, the broken head, and he brought it to this doll shop, and he gave it to the guy. He's like, "Can you fix it?" He's like, "It'll cost money." He's like, "I don't have any money." He's like, "You have two choices: to give it to me and I'll fix it, or um you can leave out with a broken China doll um and not be happy." And he loved this thing so much, so he just left it. He let him fix it and everything. After years and years passed by, these two people come, a woman and a daughter, and she was just like, they were looking around, and he, what's it called? Her, what's it called? Her, Edward and the doll, this other doll sitting next to him was like talking and stuff. She was mean, and she's like, who do you love? She's like, nobody anymore, because I had a lot of love, but I always lost it. So, um, what's it called? She, the daughter of the woman, she looks around, she grabs the doll, the China doll, Edward, and she's like, "Mommy, I like this doll." She's like, "Can I buy it?" The mom wasn't looking, and she's like, "No, because you remember, we're looking at stuff, we're not gonna buy anything." And then she's like, "Mommy, just look at it." And when she turns around, guess who it is? It was Alice when she was little. She grew up, and she had a daughter and stuff, and she dropped the clock. I forgot to, Summer, my mom's calling me. And what's it called? Um, and before, in the beginning, I forgot to tell you, Edward had a watch, and when he fell underwater, he, the mom had the watch and stuff. So yeah. And then she dropped the watch. She ran to Edward, and she's like, "Is this really Edward?" And he's like, "Yes." He's like, "Yes, it is me," like in his mind. And she's like, and then I think she bought it. I'm pretty sure she bought it. And that was the end of the story. Here it is again. Best story I ever read. They made it in Boston. That's what I'm talking about. Boston. That's where I wasn't born there, but that's like pretty much my hometown. I was born in Bosnia. When I was 2, I came to Boston, and I grew up there since I was 9, and then I went to Iowa. So yeah, it does have some pictures in there. You can't really. I'll find a picture. Uh, Here's one. Here's when Bryce, this boy, was giving the doll to him. I'll find the doll, Edward. And there's Edward. You could have just put on the back. Yeah, but it's a small picture. And now for the ghost story. Today, me and Summer were by ourselves with Ella. Um, what's it called? So we were just sitting, about to make this YouTube video, but we didn't make it until like now. And then we saw Ella. She went in my sister's room. And I think her room's haunted, my sister's, because I've been seeing stuff in there. I'm not crazy, YouTube. But what's it called? When she went in there, she came out screaming so loud, looking back, screaming, looking back, screaming. I was like, what the hell is going on? We look in the room, no one's there, and we're just like scared so much. So we end up leaving to our neighbor's house, because We're not gonna stay in there. We didn't know if there was a burglar or something. Like, we only checked in one house, so we went to our neighbor's house, and
her big brother got a big knife and said,
like, yeah, what's it called? Not the, what's it called? Her brother came down. He's like I don't know, like 20, and he came down and checked every room to see, and nothing was there. Um, and this was pretty scary, cause like Ella, if you don't know her, right here, click this to see the video. The cutest puppy ever, and yeah, she grew a lot now. Please subscribe, and subscribe if you're gonna get this book, or comment if you thought this video was good. Okay. Um, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Well, bye, you two.